Hey everyone, it's Adele and April from Just Say Scrap, and we are here with Throw It Together Thursday. So we have a really fun lineup for you this week. We are taking our last 4 techniques, which we are about to tell you, and we're throwing them together in a layout. So here we go. So with Throw It Together Thursday today, we have our last 4 techniques. So one of them was our heart shaker windows here, which we remember, if you don't remember, we put this together to use on this layout. We had our metallic markers. We also had our brush lettering with Melissa Esplin, and we had turning a dauber into, or a sponge into a dauber with a paper clip. Not a paper clip, a binder clip. So we are going to be throwing all of this together today in a layout. So I'm just going to get started and you'll see what we do. So here I took the Melissa Esplin brush lettering book, and on page 10, that alphabet that we kind of went over the other day, I took that, and then what I did was, using the Melissa Esplin multicolor brush pen set, I used the black in that, did the whole alphabet, and then as you saw, I kind of highlighted a few different letters with just the metallic markers. So these are the rare minerals that I used first, and I know it's not exactly how you would spell the name, but you can see there's an A, P, R, I, and L in there. So I just made sure that I highlighted my own name for this first part of the layout. So you could do anybody's name. I could have done my initials. I could have done anything like that. And then I actually took in our antiqued elements and I did those small little hearts in there too. Not sure if it's showing up on the camera, but they are metallic and they do have that shimmer to them. So so does the pink one. It has the pink quartz. It's got that really pretty shine to it and a shimmer, the metallic. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to grab in some white daisy, and I'm going to take my Bluebell shimmer brush, and I'm just going to do one of my favorite techniques, the splatter technique on here. And then I'm going to take my Bluebell ink with the dauber that I created. All right, so now that we have that all daubed up, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to use actually glue dots. So I'm going to use my mini glue dots here, and I'm going to put it on 4 corners. But when you put the glue dots down, you want to actually make sure that they're going to be in places that are covered. I'm actually going to take some Bluebell sequins first too. And I'm going to make sure I put those on here. And then wherever these go, I'm going to put a glue dot underneath that spot. So I got some Bluebell sequins there. I try to do my triangle pattern across. I actually have them in our craft jar, which is really, really handy and helpful if you're trying to pick out individuals like that. And also if you wanted to put your finger in the anti-static pouch, just stick them in there. It makes it easier so they just don't stick onto your hands. But now that I have those spots, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to actually I have a quilling tool. You can use a piercing tool or something like that, whatever you have. You could even use a tweezer or something, and I'm gonna just make sure that those glue dots go on the back of where all those sequins are. And the reason we're doing this is because you can see through vellum paper, so you want to make sure that when you're using glue, you want that to be covered, because otherwise you'll see these little random dots that are holding down your vellum, and we don't want that. So we want to make sure that it is as covered as possible. And on the tiny ones, you could even use micro glue dots if you have those, anything like that. But those are all down. Perfect. And this is an 8 by 8.5 by 8.5 square of vellum that I have here, and I'm just going to lay that down semi-centered. I like to eyeball things right like that. So now that is glued down to that paper. we have all of this mostly set up, and now we just have to add on our photo and that heart. So I was originally going to pull out a 6x8 photo, but that doesn't fit, so I'm gonna actually pull out a 5x7, which I think looks really nice here. So I'm just gonna glue this down, not too much because it is my photo mat, and I'm going to end up replacing it with a photo eventually, but just put a little bit of glue on there, and then I'm gonna embellish a little bit more, and we're gonna figure out where to put this heart. So I actually think the heart would look really pretty right here. You know what? I'm actually going to redo this heart because it doesn't really go with the colors that I want it to, but that's going to be super easy. So you can still use this on another card or something, but we're going to redo that heart quickly. So as you see here, a few of them jumped up while I was putting them down, but not a problem because it's going to be covered with that outside rim. But as you can see, I used the Bluebell loose sequins and then some of our bitty beads here, and I threw those inside here. And now we're going to get that cover. And using our Bluebell ink, we just inked up that white daisy. I'm actually going to use my micro dots to put this down. So and the reason I'm using glue dots and not just regular glue is, once again, remember, it's on acetate, so acetate doesn't like to hold liquid glue. Perfect. And see how that covers up any of those ones that got stuck underneath being jumped up. So we've got this here, and now we can put our page together and we will be all set to go. So don't do what I did. I accidentally put too much glue up there because we don't want to cover over the photo mat. So rub and remove to the rescue. And there you have it, our completed page. And just to add a little bit more shimmer and bling to it, I'm gonna take in our Bluebell shimmer trim. I'm just gonna stick it underneath here. And there we have it, our completed page using our last 4 techniques. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on Tuesday. And that's Throw Together Thursday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. But we think it's a really cute page.
Oh, I think it's adorable.
You know, you could do your own name. If you can't find your name, you could do your initials.
Even if you just leave it like this, you know, I think it's
And just pick random letters or just do them all separately like I showed on Tuesday. You
could do love.
Oh, you could. You could do like different words like that. I didn't even think about that. I guess I was being egotistical. I wanted my name.
I can't do my name. There's no 2 E's in the alphabet.
But that is just a little sample of what you can do with the brush lettering, throwing all those things together, using shaker cards or shaker windows on not just cards, on layouts as well. So that's a big thing.
Yes, they work really well on layouts.
Yeah. And of course we had to highlight Bluebell because Bluebell is going away very shortly, so this summer. So if you really like the color Bluebell, make sure that you go and get all of the Bluebell stuff because that is our color of the year. So, all right, I guess we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye. Why are you so short?
Because I was born that way.
Can you grow a little?
No.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
You are not. No, you're not.